My name is Brian Martin. I am at the podium. Thank you very much. Didn't know what? Somebody knows me. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Marvin. You don't get bonus points for this, Marvin. Okay. SLAM is that it is a community creation. This is not done by one person, it's not done by one class, it's done by the entire community of Pierce College. It's the district creation of students, of help with faculty, and I have a list.
Well, anyway, for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Dave Roholt. I am fortunate enough to be in the art department, so I have the really hard job of talking about art and getting paid for it. I mean, sometimes I can't believe it's a reality. It's great. So it's a joy every day to be around the students in the creative atmosphere and to witness the creative process. So to give you an idea, we had numerous submissions that extend far beyond what you see in the SLAM magazine. And that really represents the effort from a number of art students that submitted. So it's not an easy thing. It's never an easy thing to put yourself in a published contest or incidentally, we're also moving towards our student art exhibit, which is going to open May 7th. Put a little plug in for that. So what we're seeing is a jury published wonderful literary and arts magazine that we're able to enjoy. And so
145 black and white line art. I did it in Adobe Illustrator. I really enjoyed this. I did not know Illustrator could do some of the stuff it can do. And I learned it here at Pierce in Stillcombe. This is an image of a woman wearing I want to say right here. And my intent with this image was basically, regardless of what somebody dresses like or what they do their hair like or what their color, what their skin is, what languages they speak or what their accent is, who they are on the inside is who you're supposed to be looking for to get to know. And so that was my intent with the title Within. And then moving right along to, I really enjoy that kind of spontaneous, just do what you feel kind of art. And I try to keep some structure, like the stuff that Cool Dave teaches in class. And sometimes that works out, and sometimes it just looks cool even though there isn't much structure. So these are just kind of emotional, kind of exaggerations, I guess, and expressions. But on the left at page 20 is titled Cupcake. So this was actually a class project, and he just said, enjoy the thickness of the paint and just kind of lay it on. So that's what I did, and these are two cupcakes side by side, or one above the other, from a top view down. And so that's where that came from. And then Deep Chill is just me relaxing and vibing out to some jams in the studio here on the campus and playing with some colors, and this is what I came up with. So, yeah.
And it's a jar of marbles. And it's a 24 by 36 inch canvas, and it was done on watercolor canvas. I definitely wouldn't advise doing acrylic on watercolor canvases because they're just too smooth for me. This was my first time using acrylics, and I took Dave's class. First time really painting, I do a lot of color pencils and stuff like that. So this was actually another artist that did this. This was a master copy. I just kind of tweaked it and made it my own. So that's pretty much it. The hardest part was just making the glass and making it look real. It took a lot of work. I think it took me about a month and a half to 2 months to do this because it's just so much detail.
This is another master copy based off the work of Nicola Simbari. And it was painted entirely using only painting knives, not the no brushes in it. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of irritation. I'm a self-loathing kind of artist, so I can't paint unless I get really mad, and I'm always mad about it. So but that's that's about it. Dave was my instructor, and he was amazing, and taught me so much about how to use acrylics. So, thank you.
Hi, Chloe. I work at on Page 24, and it's a solar plate print with tissue paper, tissue pillow. It was my first time doing any type of print like that. It's a really unique process, and it was really cool. Dave was my teacher, and yeah, that class was amazing. And I kind of wanted to do like a pop art kind of piece, and I did several variations, but that's the one I did.
So it's Pineapple Paradise, Cool Granny. This was also in Dave's printmaking class, and specifically the same assignment. Unfortunately, my solar plate failed, so I had to do etching with, what was it?
A polystyrene plate.
Yeah, polystyrene plates, and I chose, I specifically called it Cool Granny because in like some TV shows when they would try to interpret the Cool Granny, she has just leopard print or whatever this is, and like just nice silvery big hair. And that's it.
Have some writers come up, because I might talk about art because that's what I teach, and Dave might talk about art because that's what he teaches. Microphones. Stereo, 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 stereo. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah, but truthfully, the book is not a book without text. It's got to have that nice balance. You have to have the visual along with the content, and I can appreciate the text like crazy.
My poem is titled El Bilingüe, and just as a forewarning, it is a combination of both English and Spanish words. En la casa me llaman Toño, pero en la escuela they call me Tony. Los niños dicen, I pledge allegiance to the flag. But all I can think of is my mom's tacos. But when I'm at home, yo quiero spaghetti. La maestra me dice, Tony, pay attention. I look up at the sky y veo un águila. And I wondered what language it speaks.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I'm from Vietnam, and I'm an international student studying overseas here in Pierce College. The piece I'm writing about is just like being a sad, it was a sad day. It was like almost New Year, so although I'm not really homesick all the time, but when it comes to that time, you wish like there's somebody besides you. So yeah, so I express my feeling through the piece. I was looking out the window when I saw it started to snow. That was when I realized it was almost the end of the year. I realized it every single year, but never did I have the same feeling. When the movement of a new year's coming, I think about not the excitement and readiness for a brand new year. It's not the start of something new, party in High School Musical, and absolutely not a series of holidays that most of us are waiting for. Instead, it's the fireworks that people light up every year. I remember how crazily I loved watching the fireworks when I was young. As always, on a New Year's Eve, I never went to sleep, even though my mom shouted at me. One way or another, I'd often sneak by my mom to go to the balcony to watch the fireworks show. And even though she had forbidden me to, I would stubbornly sit on the rooftop with my legs swinging down the ceiling. Anyway, it was and is the best once every year cinema that I have experienced. When the fireworks were shot onto the sky, I could not see anything for 3 or 4 seconds until they began to beautifully and gorgeously bloom into a sky bouquet. The few seconds were like a century for a kid like me, and until now, I have always appreciated that those 4 seconds are worth waiting for so I can fully enjoy the fireworks. Fireworks, they're something that completes my childhood myself. And now it's the 18th New Year fireworks that I will watch. I was, and still am, surprised that time can actually fly. People say it all the time, time flies. Well, you know time flies. But little do they know that it could easily slip through their palms. In life, we tend to skip by such normal things that are supposed to be repeated over and over. We think that having a family dinner is normal. We think that showing love to our loved ones is normal. And we think that receiving a tap on the shoulder or a hug that's normal. People do not often appreciate normal things. I believe life is similar to fireworks. Every single spark, none of them alike, had its place together, creating magnificent in the dark sky. It is like how such small, normal things can create one's life. Without a spark, fireworks are no longer themselves. Without those moments, life is nothing but dull repetition. Such ordinary things are priceless details of one's life memoir. Life never skips anyone. It's your choice to skip it or not. Appreciate every moment, appreciate the time, and appreciate life. Thank you.
The poem I'm reading is on page 161, and it's actually about a very important person in my life. It's about my boyfriend, and I'm this huge romantic, so I'm sorry if it's super cheesy. But it goes, he was pine cones and falling leaves, drinking hot cocoa at midnight and dancing around in sweaters. He felt like old indie music, the nostalgic feeling that made you feel at home. His touch was like jumping into raked leaves and climbing trees in the cold breeze, making my cheeks pink. He was the music of the wind at night and the calm of the morning. And just like the season, he made me fall.
It describes about me. I try to find my true identity, how to become myself. Sitting in front of the mirror to see what's happening now. I feel like I cover myself differently without anyone knowing my identity. Telling that I'm totally weird. Pardon me, I'm not a part of me anymore. Who knows? Now I am the unique one who lost the trace of my black reflection and out of the frame of who I should be. I am not a real woman, nor a great woman. How else could I be described then?
I enjoy anime. It's practically my religion. I also enjoy memes, watching games, playing. Let's plays are great. I often wear flowers in my hair due to the fact that it was made by one of my friends, and I have a soft spot for flowers and anything related to space, mainly planets and stars. I enjoy being at home and Skyping with my best friend Brian, not me. I often hang out with 2 of my other friends. On certain days, we mostly go to eat food and buy Italian sodas from Bigfoot Java. I like anything that has artificial strawberry flavoring.
That's good.
All right. My hobbies are surfing the internet, making videos on YouTube. Right. You see why I'm reading this? Right. Writing trash, singing, drawing, etc. I enjoy making dirty jokes, and since I have an immature sense of humor, it's fairly easy to make me laugh. I am a shipper. Most of my shipments are trash, but I find pride in it. I also over-observe about my shipments, worryingly so. My phone is packed with saved fan fictions from the archives. If you think you're a normie, this bio is not for you. I'm usually a hard worker, and I enjoy helping people out whenever they're stuck on homework related. One of my main dreams is to open up a flower shop that has a hidden entrance inside where you go down and there's a restaurant bar. And below that restaurant bar is an arcade. And somewhere in the arcade there's a cross-dressing boutique. I also dreamed that most of the bouncers' bodyguards are strong people that wear maid outfits. Oh, and one of our signature drinks would be called the Connie Party. She wrote it. Okay? If I were to name such a shop, I would call it the Ray Brave Party Cave. It's a silly name, I know, but nonetheless, I find it fun. This concludes my bio. Deuces. Thank you, everybody.